oh, that was your ex, I never knew. And meanwhile, I knew everything. Or maybe old things came back up. And that's what it really goes when they say the truth always comes to light. You know the females that run back to their girls and always have the rant going on. Oh, he did this happened, da-da-da, just going on and on and on. No offense to my girls, I love my girls. Like, this is just how it is. Even with me, I go back and I'll rant. What is up, my BBossBaddies, my bad bun fellas? It is your girl Bosana, and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, I am going to be talking about 5 lies that women tell. This video should have actually been out because it would have been helping you guys out hands down. So of course, make sure you guys watch until the end, or at least get every single fact, because it will help you out hands down, you guys. And also, if you haven't checked out already my 5 lies women tell, I'm going to be doing another part because unfortunately there's a lot. But other than that, we can get into this. But oh yeah, you guys know the routine. Make sure you check out my Patreon. I actually just dropped the video today. Next week I'll be dropping 2 more, maybe even 3, because now it's picking up. I'm getting more pledges on there, and it's becoming such a YouTube channel on there, and it's becoming more personal. So of course, check that out. And like I told you guys, personal life, behind the scenes, voting rights, all that good stuff is only on my Patreon. And then lastly, of course, you guys know, make sure you check out my social media. So you guys know we start from 5, go down to what. So that means what you gotta watch until the end to get the #1 thing. So number 5 on my list is make the first move. If you know your worth, you have all this confidence in you, you have no doubts in you, there's no way in hell you would even feel like you had a downfall if she rejects you, or if things happen not in your favor in some way. So it could be making the first move when you first see a female, and it could just be you initiating whatever you want in that situation. So don't be scared to give that first kiss, but do not give that first kiss on a first date. Do not give it when you are not trying to get with her. Do not give it when you guys are not like officially together. You get what I mean? Like, you gotta know the vibe, and you gotta be careful when you do initiate to do it in a way where you're not simping. Like I said in my other videos, you want to be mysterious, you want to keep her wanting more, so don't give up too much. But you can always make the first move. If you're just trying to hit, tell her straight up, like, that's what I'm trying to do, try to do it. It doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, on to the next. It's all what you want. If you're looking at females and you want somebody that you can find that's going to be real for you, hold you down, or you just want a hoe, like, it's whatever you want out of this. So decide what you want, and then don't be afraid to just follow through with the plans of what you want to do out of this whole situation. So moving on to number 4 on my list is an active listener. This is so important, because first of all, you know the females that run back to their girls and always have the rant going on. Oh, he did this happened, da-da-da, just going on and on and on. No offense to my girls, I love my girls. Like, this is just how it is. Even with me, I go back and I'll rant. Now at this point of maturing and just experiencing stuff, I will never ever tell my relationships anything that's going wrong, anything like that with somebody serious, to a family member, friend, or anything like that. But before, that's how it used to be, especially for somebody that's still learning and still maturing. This is something that's going to happen where they need an active listener. That's supposed to be your role, where you're always there so she can just talk, just go on and get everything out to you, instead of going out to somebody about you. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to be you that she's probably going to talk badly about or be mad about, or she could even say, you know, he doesn't even listen when I talk. Like, he's such a bad listener, I just want to talk. Like, it causes so much like built up, because girls nowadays, they like the attention, and part of the attention is going right back to them having somebody listen to them when they're speaking. Okay, number 3 is that they know your engagement by lurking. In other words, searching, researching, whatever, just doing everything in their power to figure out what's going on. So when they want you to know this, they want you to know that you can't typically be sneaky. You can't try to hide things. They will bring it up when you try to hide it, when you try to beat around the bush, whatever like that, or when it's just like, oh, I caught you. You know, one of those, like, I know this is what's actually happened, or, you know, just them being insecure, them feeling like, oh, you're talking to other females. Now you see Instagram, you can't see if somebody liked all the pictures, right? You can't see who they commented on. Before, you guys, that was such a thing where people would run to that and be like, oh, I see you liking her pictures, I see you're trying to talk to her. It would be so crazy, because Females got so many answers. Females figured out who they're talking to, what they're doing, just because of that on Instagram. Now Instagram doesn't have that. They saved a lot of relationships, a lot of, people falling apart, actually, because that was such a way females would figure out. And also, if you guys remember back then, if you ever had Snapchat when it happened, is that it will show the best friends of whoever the person is on Snapchat. So let's say you're talking to somebody, it'll show their 3 best friends, and it'll be 3 girls. And then this girl that's dating that guy, has something going on, is questioning, why the hell are you close to 3 girls? What are you guys Snapchatting each other that you guys have this? That Snapchat is showing me that you guys are close. You guys are actively talking to each other. And it just goes to show right there. I lurked. I seen what you're doing. I'm researching. I was in your room. I checked that. I did this. I have receipts. Hair here, lashes there, all this stuff. They know. They want you to know. Okay, they want you to know that we are not sneaking in a sense. Obviously, they're sneaky girls, but sneaking in a sense that they're detectives, okay? And that you can't really get away with a lot of stuff. So you really have to be careful, especially a really, really good lurker. She will figure out a lot of stuff. And me personally, I used to be a big lurker. I would get so many answers before they would ever tell me. And I would be like, oh, yeah, I never knew that you had like 3 brothers. Oh, that was your ex. I never knew. And meanwhile, I knew everything, like everything about them, just from researching, checking websites, just every detail, you guys. So watch out for the little crazies. I was a little crazy back then, still is, but whatever. And next thing on my list is 2. Wow, we're already at 2. Number 2 on my list is they want to be, or they want to feel like they're taken care of. And so that simply means like they want to know that you actually care, that you're willing to go out of their ways. Of course, there's girls that don't care about that at all. And then there's girls that are more of the gold digger. So it's like, oh, I want you to spoil me. I want you to give me this, all that, so I can feel important. But then you guys remember there's different types of girls the same way there's different types of guys. Like, they're simple of all that. So don't ever discredit some of the good girls because there's so many bad girls. Like, I'm just telling you guys straight up, there's girls out there that you are talking to, it's real, and they just want to feel like you care. They want you to do the simple things. You guys remember, the simple things really, really do matter. You just getting a card, something like that for me always meant something. Like, I have nearly all the cards that I got from years ago, and it just always meant something to me because when they have their moment where they type or write down what they feel about you, is literally genuine. And something genuine is something that's supposed to be kept. And you can't really get something genuine through just somebody showering you with things all the time, when it's more like you want to know how they feel. And also, I don't have this written down, but if females really do want to know how you feel. But see, that's the part where it keeps a lot of girls around, because they don't know. That's where I told you guys about the mysteriousness and curiosity and trying to figure it out. They're left to do that when they don't know how you feel because you don't tell them. And that's why I say, like, when you have a different part of your life where you're serious with somebody and you have a good woman, then when it comes down to the meaningful things, when you make them feel taken care of or you actually take care of them, it will mean a lot. Okay, so keep that in mind, you guys. And then last one, number 1 on my list. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Drum roll. Number 1 on my list is being told the truth saves them. Oh my goodness. Now, this does not refer back to what I just said. I told you guys, yeah, they want to know how you feel, but this type of truth is the complete opposite. Now, this is when you actually go do wrong, or you're just doing something that, is kind of risky. Whatever it is, like, it's just something that is possible for her to actually hate or dislike. So when you end up getting caught, or, when it's maybe years down the line, maybe months down the line, whatever the way it is, she finds out. And then she finds out, instead of you telling her the truth this whole time when you could have saved yourself. The worst is literally through somebody, but she finds out through somebody, or she can just literally find out because you finally got caught slipping somehow. Maybe old things came back up. And that's what it really goes when they say the truth always comes to light. So be careful sometimes when you feel like you're super sneaky with somebody that actually really cares about you, because the truth normally does come to light, okay? But yeah, just from number 1, take that. If you just save yourself and just tell the truth, what you guys have to really take in is so important, is that a lot of girls are actually willing to stay with men. It's so crazy, but nowadays you guys see all these girls that are willing to stay with cheating guys, asshole guys that just treat them like shit, but still have that little charisma and how to talk and keep a woman around. So it's like, if you guys know what to do to keep her around, but you end up doing something wrong, just do the saving of actually telling the truth, because you have a bigger chance of getting caught and then getting they left. You can save yourself so much more because they'll feel like you actually feel bad. They will feel where you are coming from in a sense where you actually feel like you did wrong. But even if you don't, that's how she's just gonna take it, like, oh, you know, he actually felt bad, or he's willing to actually tell me the truth even though he did wrong at that time. Wherever his mindset was, she can think that maybe you just changed, you became a better person. Okay, so there you guys have it for 5 tips. I hope this helped you guys out, and if it did, of course, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Of course, make sure you follow me on my social media, and lastly, of course, make sure you check out my Patreon. You guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.